So, there's a new trailer for Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis, a movie that kind of looks like it's going to slap. Love Adam Driver in pretty much every role I've ever seen him in. There was a it was a really interesting trailer. It had reviews of Coppola's former movies, right? So it would say...
What is he famous for?
It would say a triumph of style over substance, and then it would come up Bram Stoker's Dracula, which Coppola directed. Several, a beautiful mess was, I think, Apocalypse Now, and it'd say like Roger Ebert, and a lot of just criticisms of his past movies with absolute triumphs of cinema. There's 3 of them: Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and Bram Stoker's Dracula, all of which Coppola directed. There's only one problem. These reviews weren't real. They genuinely had a triumph of style over substance, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Roger Ebert. He never said that about Bram Stoker's Dracula. He did say it about Batman. They are...
So is that wrong about Batman?
They straight up... This is slander. Like, these people never said it. Lionsgate had to print a retraction for a trailer and basically said, we're sorry, we messed up. I have never in my life seen a retraction for a trailer.
Maybe should have linked that after my FTC story, because that kind of...
No, the Acolyte was too clean. Anyway, go ahead.
But this is an argument about whether they could legally belong.
This is...
but you can't do this!
This is suable. Roger Ebert is arguably the most famous reviewer in the history of cinema. You cannot say that he said something that he didn't say.
Half of the most famous
arguably. Yeah, arguably. This is absolutely insane. And low-key hilarious.
So, I have several thoughts about this. First of all, there are trailers, especially horror trailers, especially, what's his face? David F. Sandberg, that fully puts all these shots that he is not using, that he doesn't plan to use in horror trailers, because otherwise horror trailers give too much away. I understand that trailers are fiction, not necessarily entirely related to the movie. I wanted to see, and I told her this, I wanted to see these fake quotes. All they had to do is reach out. Yeah. I understand why you want to use Ebert's name. Get Ebert in on it. And say, hey, by the way, we'll promo what you actually say about the movie, good or bad.
Yeah.
Afterwards, after it releases, whatever. I think this is really interesting. And I thought of one other thing. It could be a double bluff. It could be a double bluff. How many people want to see that trailer that wouldn't have cared about it before?
Yeah. I thought, that would be wild. I don't know.
The whole thing that's a long shot.
The whole thing is wild to me. The thing that is kind of hilarious is that Lionsgate apologized to the critics and to Francis Ford Coppola, which means he was probably not involved in this. This is straight up the marketing department. Also, Francis Ford Coppola a little bit can go himself, because there have been some allegations recently. Not of straight up SA, but some inappropriate behavior on set. This is wild, though.
They did definitely owe him personally an apology, though, because he self-funded this movie.
Yeah.
And, allegations don't make me automatically say go.
Yeah.
But, he self-funded this movie, so if the allegations turn out to be true, we're in a different world.
Yeah.
But if you make something and you pour your own fortune into it, it's like $168 million budget or something, then you owe him an apology if you fuck up its trailer releases. I think this is...
Again, doing something potentially suable.
Potentially.
And, I don't know if they will, because they did issue an apology, but,
And I don't know if they can, but potentially.
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to comment on whether or not it is.
Well, someone would have to pursue it to begin
Exactly.
with. But I feel as though there's probably a case to be made somewhere in there.
Yeah. Anyway, Megalopolis hits U.S. theaters on September 27th.
It has not dimmed my enthusiasm to see it.
I really want to see this movie.
The only complaint I had with the trailer is it's kind of messy and crowded.
Yeah.
Francis Ford Coppola has a proven track record of taking some time.
Yeah.
Sometimes too much time. I can't watch The Godfather. It's too long.
Oh, it's 1,000 years.
Too
yeah.
much time. Sometimes.
Like,
but we'll
it's
take
crazy
time
long.
to lay it all out. In
Yeah.
the original teaser trailer, I saw Giancarlo Esposito for a split second. I was like, nope, all the way on board now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I want to see this movie.
I think the only Coppola film I've seen is Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I don't
Unfortunate.
I don't know that you would love either Apocalypse Now or The Godfather. I loved them both. They're insanely long and very complicated, and very much of their time, the pacing is very 1970s.
But The Godfather, you can fall asleep for a full half an hour.
And it doesn't matter. But Martin Sheen's, and honestly Marlon Brando's performance in Apocalypse Now and Al Pacino's performance in
Well,
The
see,
Godfather are...
And Marlon Brando's performance of The Godfather, which makes me angry.
See, you had me at Marlon Brando. I really like him as an actor.
Oh, then watch
so.
The
Yeah, he
Godfather
kinda
and
slaps,
Apocalypse
yeah,
Now.
and it makes me so mad because he was reading his lines off other actors' chests, but like
Take-
he's so good.
And nobody
And
can
what's The
just
Godfather
praise
or
him.
Apocalypse
In The
Now?
Godfather.
In The
Okay.
Godfather. He
In
was-
Apocalypse Now, they had to cover him in shadow because he showed up on set weighing 60 more pounds than they'd agreed to.
Yeah.
But
like,
in The Godfather, he was
it
too
just doesn't
drunk
matter.
to
He was
memorize
drunk
his lines,
and, like-
allegedly.
And he's still so good.
he's
It
so
makes
good
me
while
so
reading his
mad.
lines. But he is good. The
Which-
Godfather is super, super, super duper long, and you
Yeah.
have to be in the mood for an old, long movie. Apocalypse Now, if you're kind of like in the mecha end of the world space kind of
Yeah.
anyway,
I
it
mean,
is long.
Also, one of Lawrence Fishburne's first roles, he was
Yeah.
he was like
Yep.
15, 16, and lied about his age to get on set.
Because child
and
actor
he's-
roles are a real thing.
He's also good in it. Yeah, it's a really. I was about to say it's a fun movie. It's not a fun movie, but it is.
But it's
It
a
is
fun
quite
movie.
good. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if it's fun to picture the end of the world, it's fun. You know
Yeah,
those moods.
Especially Apocalypse Now, very philosophical. And those movies that are like, hey, this is what the Vietnam War was actually about. It was about humanity, and that's very much present in this, and how humanity was stripped away from
If
people.
you ever
Gotcha.
decide to watch The Godfather, then hit us up so that I can make her watch Goodfellas at the same time.
Ugh.
And that they're kind of long slogs
Yeah.
that are very important.
Gotcha.
Anyway, Francis
Hopefully-
Ford Coppola's
Hopefully,
Megalopolis.
Megalopolis is less than 6 hours long. We'll see.
We shall see.
We will see.